Why? Why are you calling me when I'm filming?
Swipe up to open this.
Are you serious? Stop trying to call me. This is getting really annoying. I'm gonna leave all these interruptions in, because when my boyfriend watches this back, he will see how annoying this is.
Screen turned off.
I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah. Guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have no idea what I'm calling this video, and sorry off the bat if it's a little unstructured, but I'm going to do a kind of sit-downy chit-chat talk video about pieces of technology that have really helped me recently. So if you guys do or do not know, my eyesight has taken a bit of a dive recently. If you want to find out more about that, I do have videos and updates, because I like to keep you guys informed just in case there's going to be any major changes to my channel. But if it wasn't for these pieces of technology, I don't know where I would be. So the first piece I'm going to talk about is by a company called Give Vision. I went to a convention in Glasgow called Sight Village. And Sight Village is basically a place where you have all different pieces of technology for blind and partially sighted users. This is the first time I've ever been to one, because before, when my eyesight was the way it was, I didn't need a lot of assistive technology. I was quite independent, but now obviously I'm really struggling. But I was going to this convention solely for these virtual reality goggles, if you want to call them that. I have them beside me, I'll show you them in a second. So yeah, I wanted to get these virtual reality goggles because apparently they help you to watch television and just see and make everything brighter and sharper. And I thought, you know, it'd be great because there's millions of films out there, like horror films, that I can't see because it's really dark, and I thought, oh, this could change me. I could end up loving horror films. So unfortunately though, when I finally got the goggles, that's when my eyesight decided to take a bit of a dive, so I haven't really got the full benefit out of them as I should have. But I have to say, if it wasn't for these goggles, I wouldn't be able to journal at all. I only use my goggles for journaling. I can't use it to watch television because my eyesight is really bad just now. I mean, you can use it for things like watching television, painting your nails, you know, seeing what DVDs you've got, things like that. You can use it for a whole abundance of things, but I just use it for journaling, and I'm so happy that I have it because journaling keeps me sane. So here are the goggles here. They are very much a work in progress. This is like the first model, if you will. So as you can see at the front here, it literally is, I'll take it apart. It's a phone. So basically it's a camera through a phone. I'm not going to describe this very well because I'm not a techie geek. I'm pretty sure the people at Give Vision would describe this much better. But that little ledge there is where the phone sits, and it's actually the phone that has the camera in it, and it just sits in there. And this is the bit where you put your eyes in. There's the two eyepieces, and this is the headband. So I will just show you what they look like on. Oh, for some reason this phone is on, and it shouldn't be. But this is what they look like on. They pretty much drown out my little delicate face, and I have to sit my hand here on them because if I don't, and it's just turned itself on for some reason. Anyway, I have to put my hand here because if I don't, it'll fall like this and it crushes my nose, and you can hear it's crushing my nose because I'm talking really funny. That's one of the complaints I have about it, is it's so chunky and heavy, and for somebody like me who has a really delicate face, I can't wear this. I couldn't wear this to watch the television because if I was looking straight I would have to sit and hold it, and can you imagine sitting and holding this up for like 3 hours? That would kill your arm. So that's the only complaint I have about it. I mean, there is padding all around it, but honestly the padding makes no difference whatsoever. So it's probably one thing I could say they could improve on, maybe making it a little less heavy. That will come in the future, I know it will. This is definitely a work in progress and the first model. It also comes with a little controller here, so we have a little button at the back here, we have an analog stick, we have a little kind of long button here, and then a little kind of green circle button here. So this green circly button turns it on. So if we hold this button, we click it once and then we hold it for 4 seconds. So I'll just do that just now and you can hear what it says. So I'll go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Should turn on.
Text.
There you go. And when it makes that noise, you know it's on. So I can't obviously show you because you can't see through the goggles, but this button here, you can skip through it and you can have different filters. So we've got
Normal.
which is normal,
Inverted.
which is kind of like greyish, you can see everything being greyish, blackish,
Contrast.
which is exactly how it is, everything's contrasted, and the one which I use for journaling,
Text.
which is a blue background with yellow writing. I've always found a dark background with white writing preferable to a light background with dark writing. So you can change the different filters. Then you have this kind of long button I spoke about before, and that basically kind of fixes the exposure. So if you're looking at it and you think, oh, this looks a bit fuzzy, you just press this button.
Auto exposure off. Auto exposure off.
And that usually fixes it. And this analog stick basically zooms in and out, so if you want to see something closer or see something farther away. So for example, if you were, you know, at a coffee shop, and as coffee shops do, they have all of their drinks and food on big menus at the back, miles away, where us visually impaired people can't see. You could stand at the very back of the shop, miles away, and you could still see it. Though I should point out that these goggles are not for outdoor use as of yet. They're not for outdoor use standards. They are just for indoors yet. Again, it will improve and they will get smaller and they will be for outdoor use. And I also wouldn't recommend walking around the house wearing these because yes, you can see things through it, but it is a warped kind of reality. I got a little bit dizzy and a little bit sick feeling from walking around the house with these on, so I wouldn't recommend it. I'm going to turn it off. So to turn it off, you do the same thing. You just go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4.
Shutting down. You are not connected to server.
When it says you're not connected to server, it just basically means you're not turned on. And then you just pull the phone out, and there's a button on the side of the phone. You click on that, and it'll come up with options saying power off, restart, blah blah blah. You just press power off, and it just turns off. You know it's turned off when it makes that kind of vibrating noise. So that's basically the really basic functions of it, and I absolutely love these goggles. I'm going to now talk about some of the things I think maybe the company could improve on with them. So obviously I mentioned the weight and the chunkiness of the goggles themselves. I know a lot of people have said to me, oh, just tighten the headband. The headband couldn't be at its maximum capacity for tightness. It's just that it's very heavy and it brings my face down. Anyway, the battery life I'm not too fussed about because I'm not going to be journaling for 3 hours straight. But in future, if my eyesight does come back and I can use it to watch television, it is something I think they could improve on. The other thing to do with the battery is when the battery runs low, obviously I like that it's telling you that the battery is low, but it constantly tells you the battery is low. Like it'd be good if it said to you every 10 minutes battery is low. It says to you, I'm not joking, every 30 seconds, battery is low, battery is low, battery is low. And when you're trying to do something, it's really irritating. You're like, right, I get it, the battery is low, can I just finish writing this page and then I'll go and put you in charge? You don't need to tell me 100 times, I heard you the first time. So that's a little annoying. They could probably improve with reducing the amount of times that the phone actually says the battery is low. The other down thing about it is when the battery does get low, or when you use the phone or goggles too much, it can get quite laggy. And when it gets laggy, the voice on it can like trip a lot, which can be annoying. And if you've used it for an extended period of time, it turns off the Bluetooth, and when Bluetooth turns off, basically your preferences that you've set the goggles to are frozen in place. So if you wanted to zoom out or zoom in or change filter, you would have to turn Bluetooth back on and then do it. So that can be a little bit irritating, and see what they're probably trying to do. They probably think, oh, you've been setting these preferences for about half an hour now, you're not going to change anytime soon, so let's just lock these preferences in. But unfortunately, when I'm journaling, yes, I will go half an hour without changing the preferences, but I will change. That's the only down things about the goggles. Other than that, they are great, I love them, and if I didn't have them I would go insane, because I love journaling. I take journaling just as seriously as I do my YouTube channel. They're kind of hand in hand. I don't like being behind in my YouTube channel, and I don't like being behind in my journal. If you are visually impaired and you are wishing to give these goggles a try, I will leave Give Vision's details down in the description box. They are, I think to actually purchase them, they are £300 deposit and then £40 a month up until you reach the final payment. I can't remember what the final payment is. But yeah, I was supposed to have these goggles on a 2-week trial period, but because of everything that happened to my eyesight, when they were calling me, because they do call you every week to, you know, make sure how you're getting on with the goggles, make sure that they're working fine and everything, I was saying to them that I wasn't using them to their full capacity because of my sight problems. So I've had the goggles since the start of May, and I'm filming this on the 10th of July. So I've had them for more than 2 weeks, but I am keeping them now. A piece of technology I wanted to talk about, you've probably heard all the way through this video, because my boyfriend's been incessantly trying to call me. But I got in contact with Online Today from RNIB Scotland, because I am sick of being able not to use my phone, being able not to read messages or call anyone, and having people to answer messages and call people for me. So I met this guy and he showed me how to use voice assist on my phone, and I can now send messages and call people. So
1421.
see?
Phone button. Swipe with 2 fingers to camera button. Facebook 9. Messenger 14. Expand notification. +8. Phone notification. Missed call from Jake. YouTube notification. New from Rebecca. Smile. Clock notification. Mr. Love. Briefing notification. Read German industry leaders play. Dan help for you. Screen turned off.
Anyway, you get the gist. But it's great. I've got a Samsung Galaxy S6, but most smartphones have voice assist now.
Screen turned off.
So if you are visually impaired and you're struggling and you you think you would benefit from voice assist, it's really, really easy. All you need to do is go into settings and accessibility, and then you go into vision, and then you can turn it on from there. So if you want to get one of your sighted friends or family to do it, that's what you need to do. Or if you want lessons on it, then I'm sure if you contacted the people from Online Today, they would help you. So that's everything, guys. I just wanted to let you see all the pieces of technology I've been using recently that have helped me. And honestly, if I did not have voice assist on my phone and I did not have the goggles from Give Vision, my life would be a lot harder. My eyesight has gone down, and there'll be new things I have to learn. I might have to learn Braille, I might have to learn new techniques of my care, I might have to get more mobility training. So there's definitely going to be new technology and tricks and tips that I'll probably be bringing to my YouTube channel as I'm learning with my loss of vision. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if any of you are visually impaired or blind, I hope this has educated you. I mean, I think everybody knows what voice assist is. I didn't know you could get it for the Samsung, but I knew you could get it for the iPhone. So hopefully I've taught somebody something out there if you didn't know what the Give Vision goggles were or anything. But I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will talk to you again in another video. Bye guys!